Is any explanation for this right here? I mean, you can go all over the world and not see nothing as bad as this right here.
Yo, you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese, the customer service king, the Lone Ranger of food delivery. He leaves no customer behind. Love from London.
Hot Facts with Robert Reese, people. Woo-wee! Thank you guys for tuning on in. We got a good one on this video here. Now in California, a lot of you guys know that we've had crazy rain, mudslides, we get earthquakes, we get all that. But other areas, you may have tornadoes, hurricane, you may have blizzards and snow. We get the snow here too, and they shut down the highways and all these other things, right? One of the most important things is how to operate as a delivery driver in the weather. And I'm talking about delivery driver, I mean all delivery drivers, but primarily on this one, I'm gonna speak about the gig economy apps. Now you may be driving for a place and you have a company car and a company vehicle like UPS, FedEx, all these other ones. This idiot right here behind me, people, in the weather. Dumb idiot. What you want to do is this. Okay? I want to talk about the people using the gig apps, because those other people, what I will tell you is their W-2, their corporation will say, hey, no one out on the road. We're going to shut it down. The weather is too bad. But they push it until they actually have the safety commission or OSHA or whatever else it is that has to get involved with shutting things down. That's when they'll shut it down. Or, if it's too bad, hey, they not on the road. But us gig workers will go and deliver the extra mile. That's what we're going to talk about. Pay attention. Stay tuned. Check out the Hot Facts with Robert Reese podcast, people. We talk about everything. We're adding in a new men's group that will be starting up pretty soon. A place so men can vent and get it out. But people, this is great. Tune in. The #1 gig economy news channel in the whole community. Check it out. Hot Facts with Robert Reese, people. Enjoy the video. Now, going the extra mile could mean so many different things to so many different people. But I will tell you this, as a delivery driver, we are considered essential. Okay? So if anything happens in the economy in the United States, the government, things shut down, only certain people can be out, the delivery drivers are considered essential drivers. Maybe that's why people say that maybe you should be tipping, just based off the fact that we are essential to what they got to get, but that's someone else's argument. But since a driver is essential, that means that you can be out in hours where other people may not be. Now we know that there's 3 shifts in the warehouse: first shift, second shift, third shift. Delivery drivers can be out at every single shift. That means 24/7, no matter what, you can be out there. Not including rain, sleet, snow, hail. There's a fire along the way, you think, because they said it's safe in that area to drive through on the road to get there to those people who need water. You think it's safe that you can drive all the way back, but that road enclosure could be shut down. Things like that. Delivery drivers. Okay, I'm speaking to you. So let's go over this stuff right here. So if you are doing a delivery, okay, and let's say the weather's bad, it's rain. Let's use the rain right now. We have some good sky right now. It's sunny. The rain has subdued itself for maybe about 30 minutes now. 30 minutes straight with the sun out. Someone may be at home, apartment complex, in an office building, or wherever, saying, I'm not going to order because I don't want to walk outside to go get my food. Because if I say leave at door, they're going to take my food and it's wet and I don't want my food wet. So I'm going to wait until it dries up a little bit. When that dryness comes and you figure out, man, this is going to be good at least for an hour and a half. That hour and a half, you will see your orders pick up. dramatically because these people now can go meet you, get their food. They don't want their food to be in a car accident in the rain. The driver can get it to them and they can enjoy their food. More than likely, your tips are going to go higher during the dry period because they're not angry because it's wet outside. You got to take advantage of the weather when you are a driver. It's not just knowing your market, people. You got to understand Mother Nature also. Okay. Let's take this one here. I'm in California again, y'all. Earthquakes. Let's say we have an earthquake and they say it hit this area. No buildings have collapsed, but there are cracks in some buildings that people are, and then they have to go ahead and get out of their home. They have to get out of their house to check and see what's going on. Now, what if, something happens and the people where the earthquake, they're affected, they need some water because they did not prepare for their doomsday or their earthquake or disaster kit. They don't have any water, any canned goods. Right now, the power's out, but they do have a fully charged phone because they have it. They have a solar pack. They have a solar backpack. They can still charge up their phone. Guess what? They need water. Are you going to be a delivery driver that says, hey, man, we had that earthquake. I'm not doing no deliveries. I guarantee those drivers who are going to be supplying water to people who actually need it, they're going to be getting paid billions of dollars. And that's just hypothetically speaking, people. Ain't no one going to put $1 billion on no app. But I'm just saying it's going to go astronomically high because if someone needs, let's say their family's stuck and they know that it looks like they can be stuck and trapped for like days and even a week or two. Red Cross is not there. They got to survive so Red Cross can get there. Guess who went ahead and took that water in before all that stuff happened? That delivery driver. That delivery driver might make so much more money by helping the people out that day than he would in like 2-3 months combined. I ain't gonna say 2-3 months combined, but however long that disaster period is, if it's a 2-week, 3-week, month-long disaster period, he'll probably make more money in that month than he would have in a regular, I say quarter, because he's out there. You got to understand how to work the weather and the different things that can happen in your area. Now, we all know that in Florida they have hurricanes. They have hurricanes, right? We have people that stay in their home. And I watched a few delivery drivers on channels last year, or when Florida was having a little thing, they were delivering during the tropical storm season thing. They were delivering, still doing it because they were like, it ain't gonna hit us like that. It says it's not gonna hit us, so I'm still gonna go out. And they were still out there making money. Those drivers right there understand what they can do. But you got to also understand this. They know their weather. They're not going out there in Honda Civics, people, driving around in the middle of that big ass storm, blowing winds, 40-mile-an-hour winds blowing in that storm. They're not doing that. They're driving their pickup trucks. They're driving things that can go ahead and get that in. And I guarantee these drivers right there are making really good money during that time because they understand the weather. The weather creates a different season in its own. You can have the summer, right? Yeah, you can have the summer. The summer's hot. You can also have a summer where it's way too hot. And they say everyone stay inside is way too hot, except essential drivers, meaning delivery drivers. Some of those people are in homes with no air conditioners. They got swamp coolers. They got just a regular box window AC. It's not doing nothing. They can't go outside because they ain't got no car. They ain't got none of that. And it's 117 degrees outside. People, I know Death Valley is right here. Death Valley is right here. Okay? Guess who's going to go ahead and drop that off? A delivery driver that says, man, I think my car is good. I think my car is all the way good. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go pick up whatever they need, that water, that ice. I'm going to go ahead and drop it on off. It ain't for everybody, But for those drivers that are equipped to do it, they're gonna make a lot of money. Okay, you gotta take advantage of your weather and what's going on. All circumstances, every market can change. Everything as far as base pay, peak pays, what's going on, everything can shift and change just like that. And it doesn't have to do with the customers. It has to do with the elements that you cannot control, like the weather. Closures on freeways that separate separate towns, and certain people can't get certain things. Things happen that will make you be able to get paid more. It's up to you to know how to take advantage of it. You gotta look at the pros, the cons, okay? Pros and cons. Pros is not just the money. Think about what it actually can do. But then you gotta think about the cons. The risk factor. The risk factor. What is the opportunity cost? What is the risk factor? The risk factor is you could be trying to risk your life in this wet weather for $15 extra and you can die and not make it home to your family. But for someone, they say, I'll take that risk. We got people that work on the North Sea, the most dangerous sea in the whole world. Hundreds of thousands of people die every year, but they are paying them $15,000 a day. They get 2 weeks off in a luxury hotel where everything is free, and they go back to the North Sea. They're making $15,000 a day, but you can die at any moment. We got other sailors and boaters out there trying to go fish and get goods across and all that stuff, and they say, I'm not doing that. But you got these other delivery people that say, hey, I'll risk my life for this North Sea. You got people that'll risk their life for $15, $20 extra dollars while doing this work, and they can absolutely die. But it all comes in taking advantage of the weather and everything that you cannot control. Some of the things you cannot control, you'll do something that is not part of what you normally do. That's how most of the accidents happen, when someone ends up a casualty. Okay, but you gotta weigh it out. You gotta talk to your people, talk to your kids, talk to your friends, talk to your spouses, talk to your co-workers, talk to whoever. Hey, you think I should really go out there? I was thinking about doing it. Look, this one driver did it. Look, he went to that place. He made in 2 hours, $300 in 2 hours. Is it worth it? Now, maybe one of your friends will say, hey man, you can make $300 another day, man. Why you want to go out there and drive on the slick ice? Look at all them cars crashing on the freeway. You gotta go like pretty much on that same thing. You really want to go do that for $300? But there are people out there that'll say, let's take advantage of the weather. And you gotta take advantage of the weather. Just be smart about it. Okay, just be smart about it. If you do not know how to control your weather, you can't control your weather. That means the government does that. All you can do is react and adapt and try to make the most of it. Just don't kill yourself. But in most cases, when the weather is bad, you make more money. When the weather is bad and clears up to where people can do things, you'll make more money. When the weather gets bad again at night, you'll make more money because other people don't want to do it. Just make sure your vehicle and everything you got is equipped to handle it. We out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. If you would like to know more about what really goes on in the gig economy, do exactly what the next clip says.